This is one of those moments for me that that is a dream come true. I grew up here, got opportunity. I remember sitting on the floor when I could sit Indian style and watch the Chicago Bulls win their first championship. I was 9 years old. I remember looking at it and saying, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be.
Beginning of this year, would you have thought you would have been a Chicago Bull by the end of the season?
No. I didn't think at the end of the season. You know, this was not something that I was like, oh, I'm going to play the season, I'm going to go to Chicago. This is really something that came about, and even when the process was already going, you know, when I was out there trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I remember sitting down, I was in Spain, enjoying myself. And I remember sitting down with my wife, and I was, you know, every time at night I would just start thinking about, you know, my future. And I remember saying, we were talking about Chicago, and I remember saying, I don't know if Jimmy would feel comfortable with me being there. And my thought was you know, this is now his team. You know, the light is shined on him. I don't know if he wants me coming in, the city guy, you know, taking any of that shine. You know, younger guys don't really necessarily want that. And she said, well, reach out to him. So I reached out to him. He called me like 5 minutes later, and we just started talking. One of the first things he said is, D, like, I want to win. You know, I don't care about those things. I'm a winner. And I do know that from him. I've been knowing him since he's a Marquette, so I know he's a winner. He was like, and I believe that you can help that. You can help us win. You can help teach us how to win.
So Jimmy was welcoming.
Very welcoming.
He said, come.
He said, come. He said, come. And so then it was Jimmy, it was me, it was Rondo. We all got on the phone and we started talking. And it was both of us like, yeah, come, let's do this.
You said earlier today you were making it clear that it wasn't about money.
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's one about what I want to do. You know, having the power to do what I want to do. To have the power to control your own destiny. It's something amazing about that feeling. You know, and I think in Miami it was kind of expected for me to be back. I've been there 13 years. Oh, D'll be back. D is human as well, you know, and you know, I had to focus on my happiness. And I didn't feel that my happiness was going to be returning. I thought my time was up, you know, and it's like, oh, but I can't see you in another jersey. You're supposed to be one player to always want to, you know, wear one jersey. I wanted to be that. I did. But my time, the clock ticked out on me. And whether they felt it, whether they wanted to do it, I did. And I respectfully walk away saying I tip my hat to the organization and to the city for embracing me and giving me the platform to be great. And I did that. I was great and would always be there. But I got more things to do.
Pat Riley said this, the buck really stops here. I have great regret that I didn't put myself in the middle of it and immerse myself totally in the middle of it. Referring to losing you. Your reaction?
I don't really have one. You know, we all have choices. We make our choices. You know, they made a choice. I made a choice. So I really didn't have a reaction. I mean, like I said, I respect Pat Riley to the fullest for what he's done in this game and, you know, drafted me. You know, and a lot of people didn't believe I was going to be as great as I've become. But in this situation, we all had choices. So we choose not to put itself in a situation. And he wasn't the sole reason I left at all. But it was his choice.
Everyone knows that you have a well-documented friendship with LeBron James. What did LeBron say to you, if anything?
Well, I mean, I got an opportunity because I was on vacation with Chris and Bron. And, you know, our vacation that we take, our banana boat, famous vacation. So they left me alone. You know, they knew they knew what I was going through, but we did have one moment. And they just wanted to hear from me like what I was thinking, you know, and kind of, I think they was in disbelief that I didn't have any deal I wanted. You know, Bron always said that when he was in Miami. You know, he always said, oh, D-Wade's going to be like Kobe. You know, he always said, oh, he's going to get that Kobe deal. Or he's going. So I think they disbelieve us. Why are you even a free agent? Like, you shouldn't even be. So they just kind of listened to me kind of talk about, you know, where my feelings was and what I was thinking. And the biggest thing came back from both of them is follow your heart. You know, whatever you want to do, we're going to support. We're friends. But it's a reason you having these thoughts. Follow your heart.
They, the people of Chicago, seem so excited to have him here.
Yeah.
There's this buzz.
Yeah.
How have you been embraced?
Like, I mean, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Omaha, where we are a single-focused state. Everything is about Cornhusker football. So being around diehard fans is what I know. It's what I appreciate. And Chicago fans are amazing. And we go to the Cubs White Sox game, and the reaction to him, I mean, people were crying. I was like, did I marry Bieber and I missed it? Like, the reaction has been nothing but love and respect and appreciation and just so excited.
What does that mean to you,
To be wanted?
career-wise?
Well, I mean, for me, it's to be appreciated. I felt that I was getting, that they was appreciating me, that they would appreciate me here. And I liked that. Felt good.
It's the human nature, yeah.
It felt good.
Yeah,
It felt good. And it's not saying that the Miami fans don't appreciate me. They gave me a lot of love. And that's not the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
But, you know, to feel in my hometown team, a team that I've always dreamed of going to, like, the need was here for me to be here.